Yep. This is not going well. Okay. I'm going to have to keep telling myself that it can only get better. Squirrel on a stick. And oh. Okay, well there's a basement here. Is there a campfire I can cook something on? I'm not a particularly good cook, but how hard can it be to cook fox meat, hmm? Okay. See, that is the universe's universal way of saying, go away right now. Yippee-yay! The problem here is whilst I happen to be an intelligent, educated, and remarkably perceptive man, I also happen to lack an awful lot of common sense and good judgment. So whilst the universe is definitely sending me some fairly good advice, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ignore it and venture forth into the unknown to satisfy my somewhat insatiable curiosity. Which is a fancy way of saying, I've got to know what's down there. So I'm going to do something stupid. Okay. That's a trap. Yep, that's a trap. I don't have the repair skill required for this. Okay. Ha! I made... There's a giant rat. Because of course there is. I'm in a basement. In a post-apocalyptic wasteland. Of course the rat's a giant. I'm going to take that, because I can... Ooh, Wasteland Settler's outfit. Cards. Cases. Fresh apple. Right. I'm not hearing anything. And you would tend... Okay. Another giant rat. Either playing dead or being dead. Another one over there. And what appears to be a flamethrower in the corner. I'm not completely sure what that is over there. It's either a mine or an oddly colourful fruit. So... what have I missed? Ha ha ha. Apparently nothing. The rats were caught out by the traps. Caught like a rat in a trap, I suppose. Sunset Sarsaparilla Star bottle cap. Not the first one of those I've found. Okay then. This is a hunting rifle. Is it nicer than the rifle I'm currently using? 308 JSP hand-loaded. Armor piercing. Again. I always feel like the rifle is, well, it's not a sporting weapon. There's no satisfaction to be gained in outdrawing someone with a rifle at 300 yards. But at the same time, sometimes they can be incredibly useful. The same is probably true of flamers, but I draw the line at that sort of thing. Ah, it's a mute fruit. Crunchy. A crunchy mute fruit. Right. And... okay. Sledgehammer, maze. Let's not pick up the sledgehammer. God, a real mess made in here. Okay, can I cook anything? Banana yucca fruit. Sunset sarsaparilla. This stuff is surprisingly... I can't... really? Yeah, it's actually surprisingly refreshing stuff. Doesn't quench your thirst as much as I'd like, but can make you feel a little better. Okay, well, it doesn't look like there's anything down here other than some nice, useful things to loot. Can I... right. Recycling. I don't think so. Yeah. Scrap electronics. And night has fallen again. Wow. Was there a bed up there? I don't think there was. Now, unfortunately, this new hunting rifle won't be quite as useful as it otherwise would have been had I not sold all the ammo I had for it. Can I sleep here? Probably not, unfortunately. Could sit here and wait out the night, but I don't think so. So yeah. Now, I'm assuming the hunting rifle is... okay, it's not in... oh, it's in better condition than the cowboy repeater. It uses 308, and I've got a little bit of 308. Mind you, the cowboy repeater uses the same ammo as my... yeah, I'm thinking I just get rid of this. Or sell it. That's worth something, though. That is worth something. Alright, let's just... do I actually have any other... armor piercing 7 and JSP. Okay, and I've got some rounds for it. And that is a much more pleasant weapon to aim. Still. Okay. Wait. Were there beds down there? I mean, it was a bit gruesome and everything. I didn't really check. I probably should have done that. I have a feeling that Stanton won't let me sleep at his place. No, I don't actually think there was anything inviting down here. I mean, there was... yeah. No. I mean, right now, I wouldn't even be fussy. I would quite happily sleep on the springs. Just push it over and... but no. That's worth something, isn't it? I could run back and sell it, but no. 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 Okay. It kind of looks like there's a way through maybe here. Or through there. But that's that Kelso crater, which is supposed to be a little on the unpleasant side. Huh. Unfortunately, this does not look in any way hopeful. What was that? Is that... it is, isn't it? That is the power station. Okay. Well, I'll go down the road a little and see if there is a way through. Anything else? I do realise I'm wandering around like a beacon. Ah, can I even get through here? Yes, I can. Am I allowed to go through here? To be decided. Right. So, can't sleep here. Hello?
Hey.
Hi, what?
Command says we're doing a good job out here. I think they just don't want to come check on us.
Yeah, I've heard that. It's probably true. I'm trying to get through to a bunker. I have a feeling this is not the correct way. I'm going to keep going this way, regardless. Just to make sure. Once again, displaying that remarkable lack of good judgment. Hey, on the bright side, you can't accuse me of being inconsistent. Why can I not just incapable of jumping inside a truck? Yes, maybe. Guilty as charged. Are they all empty? Really? Come on, there's got to be... Somebody else has already... Oh, no, there we go. We got a few bottle caps. Oh, definitely. At the risk of becoming a sarsaparilla addict, them's some good drinking right there. Okay, so... This is the point where I start looking for all of the things that are going to make me want to run screaming in the opposite direction. I see you. So the big question... What's that growling? Ah. Hey, on the bright side, high caliber weapon is high caliber weapon. Right. Coyotes. Got it. You know what? I don't hate it, even though it's not a handgun. No, I know a bad idea when I see one. I don't necessarily have the ability to resist said bad idea. That is a death claw. That is a death claw. I'm pretty sure that's a death claw. I've never met a death claw. I've seen pictures of death claws. If I was ever to say I once saw a death claw, it would be from this particular moment. I think I'm going to close the gate. Yep. Let's hope the bunker is not that way, because if it is, that is not the way I'm going to end up going. So. Hi. You remember you told me I shouldn't go in that direction? That was remarkably good advice. Now, if I'm understanding this map correctly, and that is a very big if, I think this is the mountain. Which means once you go through this gate here, if you keep hugging the mountain, you should come here. Is it possible that I could hug the mountain in such a way that I would not get the attention of the death claws? Because I'm, well, a little irked by the idea that this is the second task I have attempted to do. And technically it's the third. I mean, I did try to help with the whole rebranding thing. Arguably, you could say I did succeed there. I just didn't make any money. I'm not completely sure I made any friends. But I did, technically, resolve the situation. Okay, fine. This is the third thing I've done, and so far, I've got one semi-win and another total loss. can, but can't see well. I must admit, if there was ever an animal I'd be willing to shoot with such a rifle, it would be a deathclaw. I feel like being sporting with such a creature is, well, a bit of a waste of time and probably limbs. Did I see it, or was it my imagination? It could have been my imagination. I mean, it could definitely... Right, so it's around here. It is, in fact, around here. What is there, though? What is there? Okay. Ah, damn it. Did not need to use this weapon on a mole rat. No, I didn't. Alright. Okay then. Oh. That's a mole rat. I see another mole rat. Actually, now that I think about it, that's probably something that should fill me with relief. I mean, mole rats are not going to be hanging around where there's a deathclaw, surely. Unless mole rats and deathclaws get along? Which doesn't seem likely, but I'm not a zoologist. Right there. You know what? I didn't see a deathclaw, did I? I saw a bunch of mole rats and some dogs probably fighting and panicked. Which, as I've said, is not something I ordinarily do. I've often considered myself remarkably level-headed. Possibly too level-headed, considering all the silly that seems to occur around me. Oh. Yep. I have a feeling that I'm going to end up being known as the Sarsaparilla Kid or something, just because. Okay. Could this be a way station for me to sleep in? No. And... okay. And there's another one. A little pup. Right. Looking at the state of the place, I'm going to assume there is no conveniently placed bed. Oh, for crying out loud. You know, this area of the wasteland is oddly lacking in some basics. I mean, I'm not surprised that it doesn't have an abundance of stim packs, or that ammunition is not exactly lying around as though it grew on trees. But there are certain things I would expect to find. A place to fall over and pass out being one of them. Assuming gravity still functions, you would imagine such places are reasonably common. Oh. Okay, well, you know what? At least that is something. Because I was running low on ammunition for that. I should probably change weapons for a while. And I believe... Okay, yes. I think I will use that to repair it a little. It's actually down on damage now as well. Probably should just keep using the 9mm a little more. Oh, wait, no! Yeah, that was somewhat silly. I should have used it. Right, okay, you know what? Yeah, that is a lot better. Right. I don't really have a lot of ammunition for it. Okay then. So, once more onto the breach, dear friends. Once more. Okay. Well, on the bright side, I have somewhere to run away to. Okay. I'm seeing something over there. I'm running around here in the dark. Ill-equipped. Ill-prepared. Almost the same thing. And ill-acquainted with the neighborhood. This is not information any of us were lacking. But I thought it useful to point out the stupidity of my current course of action. This is a town? That's a dog. So, is it a dog that belongs to someone and is... Okay. Well, that one just looks like a normal friendly dog. The other two look a little menacing, but... Okay. They don't... Oh! What did I do? What did I do? I did something stupid! Shock. Horror. Okay. I did not. Aha! Can you get in here? Okay, I deserve that. Absolutely. I will admit that... Oh! Where's the... Right. Anyone else? Silly question. Where are you? Better question. Right. Yep. Just because they're not currently attacking you. Oh, God. Wait. Oh. Yeah, just because they're not currently attacking you doesn't mean they're not giving it some serious consideration. I need to put that in a little book of rules, I think. Right, well, if those were anyone's pets, I'm going to assume the people involved were probably going to be hostile regardless. Ah, it's a mine camp. Okay, then. So there's a mine around here. Ah. Okay, is it worth getting in there? Maybe. It looks like it might be. Yeah. To be honest, I think I'd rather save those magazines for something slightly more important looking. Okay. How heavy is sunset? Oh, nice! Okay, this... Well, this is already a more productive endeavour than my last. Maybe more stuff? Okay. Those are beds. That's another bed, but this place doesn't have a door. Underglue? Ugh. It sounds like the sort of duck and cover. Nice! Bubblegum. Purified water. Even nicer. I'm not going to say my luck has turned, because that will pretty much guarantee it reverses course. However, right away. Potato crisp. Why not? Crisps. Some crisps. And more sunset sarsaparilla. You know what? How many of those have I got? 31. Then I shall... I mean, these are better than stim packs, in my opinion. Oh, right then. I think, all things considered... Oh, God, it's... Alright, I'm just going to get 4 hours sleep. I'm still going to need a snack when I get up. Yeah, I was about to say I was semi-expecting to hear Deathclaws growling on the outside. All of a sudden, I'm beginning to worry that might actually be the case. I'm not seeing anything, but I still have this sense of impending doom.
Aha!
Okay, you are not a Deathclaw. Okay, why do I feel... Okay, you may be uglier than a Deathclaw, though. Okay, I am genuinely impressed with... Okay, if this was your bedroom, you could have just knocked and told me you'd like me to leave. I would almost certainly have said yes. Metal helmet. Right, don't think so. Incinerator. Okay. Well, I do apologise for the, intrusion. Right, okay, well, that was... Was she alone? She didn't exactly look the company type, though, did she? Where was she? Huh. You know what? I'm going to try and remember this place. Right now, I need to find a bunker for Bob. Okay. And, oh, that was... You were on the pre-war money. Yeah, and once I find... No! Oh, for God's... That cannot start being a thing. It is not going to be a thing. Is this Is this what we were talking about? I must admit. No. Seema Cinder Mine set. No. What I'm looking for is more over here. I believe. Oh. What else was there? There's binoculars and something underneath. Do I have binoculars? I'm pretty sure I've got binoculars. I do. Have I? I have. Yes. It's a plant, right? It's a plant. I thought for a second it was a gecko staring up at a big rock. Which would have been strange. Not necessarily stranger than the things I've seen otherwise, but still. Oh. So, what's in the mine? Yeah. Inquiring minds want to know. So that I need to go in that direction. As I obviously head in the complete opposite direction, but again... Perhaps I should be cautious. Goes against my better nature. Or it would if I had one. That is very heavy. Might also sell for quite a lot, but it really is very heavy. That is horrible. That's what that is. Wait. Right, yep, nope. Oh, God. Oh. There goes my... What the heck? Right, of course, my... limbs up. Right, no. So... another stim pack. Turn off the light. Yeah, right. So... well, this is why I picked them up. Let's... right. So... mantis egg. Can I cut... oh, look, isn't that cute? No. Kill it! Definitely. Bugs. Cave fungus. Can I do anything with cave fungus? Ah, another trap activated by something else. Why am I here? Yeah, this is really, really one of my worst ideas. I mean, I'm racking my brains. The robots, that was a terrible idea. That was a terrible idea. No way to avoid that conclusion. But this one's pretty bad. And all for the sake of my terrible sense of curiosity. Yeah. And I'm getting to the point where I feel I might end up... Hello? Oh! This is why. This is... And that doesn't help. That doesn't help. It's just rewarding me for my stupid. So you've been stupid, are you? Well done. Here. Have something to convince you to keep being stupid. You're welcome. Do I need dynamite? Probably not. However. Oh. No, it's just a mine, isn't it? So, I should just leave now. I mean, well, it's a large one. What? See, I've fallen for this one before with the dogs. They looked like they were going to attack, and then they did. I'm crippled. I'm sorry. Could you just give me a second? I seem to be. I'm crippled. Yes, absolutely crippled and hungry. I'm a little hungry. I'll eat later. That. At the risk of escalating the stupid. Gecko experiment note. New subject acquired. Why do I keep feeling like I'm in trouble? I feel like I'm in trouble. I feel like somebody is attacking me. But you're not. You already knew that. Didn't need me to explain it to you. But I think you can understand my confusion. Gecko experiment note 1. New subject acquired. Success. I've captured a gecko and a remarkable specimen at that. I've decided to bring it here into this abandoned mine for closer study. The others at Big Mountain mocked me for my pointless research, but they won't be laughing when I return. Oh, good grief. I've heard of Big Mountain. We're talking mad scientists. Definitely mad scientists. They mocked me, but they won't be laughing when I return. Wahahaha. The creature behavior is fascinating. It doesn't lash out or flee like others, I've observed. Instead, it seems curious. It watches me, studies me. I've set up a small enclosure to keep it contained for now. Something about this one feels different. I'll monitor it closely over the next few days and record my observations. This could be the breakthrough I've been waiting for. I am so glad I did not shoot you. I'm guessing you're glad I didn't shoot you too. Okay. So I still have this feeling that something would like to do me harm. Oh, note 3. Is there a note 2? I'm going to assume you don't understand a word I'm saying. That is probably a silly assumption. But before I attempt to do the stupid and talk to you, I would really like to read any and all notes that are lying conveniently placed for me to read and get to the bottom of this, Yeah, no, I'm just putting off the moment where I have to speak to a gecko. Yep, that is exactly what I'm doing. Number 4, mad scientist Scopes. I told you, mad scientist. I mean, it was pretty much going without saying, but all right, we got dynamite, we've got stuff to sell. What I don't have is a note 2. Where is note 2? There's one thing I cannot abide. It's reading things out of order. Excellent. Found it. Yeah, no, I honestly feel like you're actually paying attention. Gecko Experiment 2, The Whispering Voice. Today I swear I heard a voice, not with my ears, but in my mind. He started with a single word, closer. It's not telepathy, it's something greater. He shares his mind with me like opening a door into another world. That's telepathy. I see the plans before they form, the strategy, the cunning. He now says he's older than I could imagine, and that together we're destined to shape this place into something new. No, it's not telepathy, you're just mad. Yep, that's what it is. I'm running out of food, but he tells me it doesn't matter. He says I'll transcend soon and join him in a new form. I trust him. Oh yep, barking mad. The guy that brought you in here, barking mad. Absolutely. Prybar 72. Wait. What have I done? What have I... What? Should I not have touched that?
Yippee-yay!